Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it is so lovely to see you today. In today's video we are doing a walkthrough of the Tarot of the Unexplained, deck of cryptids, ghosts, UFOs and other urban oddities by Dave Ziller. I've been so excited to dive into this, so excited. So yeah, grab your cup of tea, let's get to it. So this deck was bought by my own money. It's not sponsored or anything, like the publishers and the author got nothing to do with me. I just love sharing these sorts of things, and when I saw the Tarot of the Unexplained, it's all like werewolves and like the X-Files sort of vibe is what I'm getting from it, and I'm so excited to see all the cards. I pre-ordered this a while ago, so I cannot wait. Like, this video isn't going to come out for like 2 weeks, and I'm so excited to see the cards that I had to come and pre-record because I'm just like dying to get into the pack. So information will be down below if you would like to buy this. It's, again, I don't get anything for pimping these things out. I just enjoy sharing what I buy. So yeah, let's head on over to the desk and have a little look. So here we are with this beautiful tarot deck. I'm so excited. Just look at this. It is beautiful. Tarot of the Unexplained. Here's the sides. Tarot of the Unexplained with a UFO and some cows being taken up. And the same on the other sides. And then on the back we have a couple of pictures of some of the cards, and it says strange times call for strange tools. This is a deck that embraces the diversity and weirdness of the 21st century. The US Navy now admits that UFOs exist, ghost hunters abound, and experts in paranormal and quantum physics fields are arriving at the same conclusion. All these seemingly disparate phenomena are related. Tarot of the Unexplained was conceived and designed to represent the most commonly seen and experienced yet unexplained phenomena, apparitions, Fortean events and cryptids. These modern concerns are represented in the suits. Wands, swords, cups and pentacles become the knocking sticks of Sasquatch, ghosts, portals and flying saucers. Among the major arcana you'll recognise familiar archetypes. La Llorona, I don't know what that is, the ghost hunter, the remote viewer, Indrid Cold, the Anunnaki, I can never say that word, and the Flatwoods Monster. Here you'll find guidance to navigate urban oddities, the unexpected, the unexplained, and the everyday strangeness of your life. Embrace the weirdness, you're not alone. So I am really, really excited. Here we have the white book. It has two men in black with a huge UFO above them. It goes through all the cards with more meaning. The artwork looks amazing. I'm so excited to dive into this. It's a typical white book, very small, very portable. Love it. And then we have the cards themselves. The background is a beautiful like black with purple lines and like a sort of mandala in the middle. It looks quite neon because it's purple with bright pink on the outside, and then around the sides is beautiful embossing in silver. It's absolutely beautiful. Now let's unwrap the cards. Always an exciting moment when you get a new deck, and let's dive in. So the first one we have is the Skeptic of Saucers. This is amazing. It's somebody wearing a t-shirt that says St. Patrick, and he's down an alleyway with a UFO in the background. I'm loving this artwork already. I'm just so excited. Next up we have Advocate of Saucers with a woman pointing up at a UFO with lights beaming down, just about to take her up by the looks of it. I love this style of artwork. It's so like cartoony, but kind of not. It's really wonderful. Hunter of Saucers. This is somebody who's clearly out hunting for the UFO that's above him. He's got a pair of binoculars and your typical hunting kind of garb on. I love the different skies that are behind each of these characters. The Fan of Saucers is a girl with blue hair with loads of tattoos. Very cool. I love her. The 10 of Saucers. I love this. So you've got 10 UFOs with beams coming down. They're about to take a cow, I think. Looks like they're about to take a cow up into space. I'm really into like urban myths and all this kind of conspiracy theories, and so I'm really excited about this. Here we have the 9 of Saucers. 9 saucers, one is on the ground and there's a person on the hill. The lighting in the sky is so beautiful in these. The 8 of Saucers, they've got a man on the ground and a tree, and they're taking them up into the sky. This is so cool. 7 of Saucers, they're taking somebody up, and there's a cow and a person on the hill, suggesting they've just been dropped off, and then they're picking up the next person. We have some more saucers here for the 6 of Saucers, and one looks like it's firing a laser or something down onto the ground. There's a lot of talk about lasers and the use of lasers with UFOs and things. If you're in the community, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I love that they've included that. The 5 of Saucers, just somebody waiting, it looks like, on the hill for the saucers to come, and they're just looking at the lights in the sky. The 4 of Saucers is 4 UFOs taking up a cow. This is a little bit repetitive. I think they could have done more with the theme, but I still like it very much. Again, it's a cow. This time it's just been lit up on the 3 of Saucers with 3 UFOs in the sky. The 2 of Saucers, they've not yet zoned in on the cows below them. And the Ace of Saucers, he's got one in his beams and he's taking him up into the UFO. Now, I found those ones just a little bit repetitive, so I hope it doesn't stay with like that. Then we have the Skeptic of Ghosts. This is somebody who literally looks like they are a ghost with butterflies around them, which of course I love. But they're in quite old clothing, like they've got a pocket watch and a staff. I like this. They've got a big beard. They look like they're Victorian or Edwardian. Very cool. The Advocate of Ghosts is somebody who's got they're looking at is this a death skull moth, I think they're called. We don't have them in England. And then there's a ghost running behind them. So they're so bothered about the moth, they're missing the person behind them. That's quite cool. The Hunter is a woman. It looks like she looks a bit like Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she's got a ghost behind her, so she's communing with them. And then we have the Fan of Ghosts, and it's somebody with a book about ghosts. I'm assuming that's one that the person has written before, and they've got pictures up on the walls of ghosts, so that's really cool. The 10 of Ghosts is orbs, and there's a witch stirring a big pot, and she's got a book of candle magic. I absolutely love that one. That's got to be my favourite so far. And then we have the 9 of Ghosts, which is somebody in a graveyard, and they look like they're a possessed person. I love that so much. Then the 8 of Ghosts is a floating book in a library with somebody looking at them, looking at the book. That's really cool. I like that one a lot. 7 of Ghosts is just 7 ghosts in a field, which makes me think of the Field of Dreams, if you've seen that movie. 6 Ghosts is just 6 ghosts. They look like they're hiking. It looks like it's dark in the darkness of night. 5 Ghosts is 5. They look like old pictures, like old photographs. There's a baby in a cot, and then there's 3 ghostly images. I love this so much. The 4 of ghosts is 4 headstones and a death head moth. I love that. 3 of ghosts is 3 really old falling down headstones, and I love that it's got butterflies on it, of course. 2 of ghosts is a lonely house and a ghost walking up towards it. This looks really cool. Looks like something out of a horror film. I love that. And then the Ace of Ghosts is a beautiful apparition. I love that one so much. It's so cool. Yes, these were a lot more different, and I think so much better to look at, more interesting than just the UFOs. The Skeptic of Portals. So this is somebody standing in front of what looks like a portal. There's something coming out of the sea behind them. That is really cool. The Advocate of Portals is somebody looking very thoughtful in front of some mountains. I love that. The Hunter of Portals is somebody, and they're literally trying to get through a portal. That is wickedly cool. I love that so much. There's so much like happening in this scene. There's even somebody reaching for them as if they're trying to stop them going. Love that. Oh, and here's the other person. So the Fan of Portals is the other side. Look at that. So you could put the 2 together and make an image. So the Fan and the Hunter go together. That is so cool. 10 of Portals is 10 portals above the sea. The 9 of Portals is this a fairy star? No, it's like a 9-pointed star above the sea. Interesting. Then we have is that a hexagon, husband?
Yeah.
Husband says yes, that's a hexagon portal for 8. I struggle with remembering the names of things. I apologise. This is a fairy portal because it's a 7-sided star. Very, very cool. And then we have 6 portals all together. I love the swirls. It's got like a swirl at the top of each one. And if you know anything about these sorts of shells that are swirled, there's a lot in mathematics to do with like nature and how it all works together. I can't remember it all now. I read about it years and years and years ago, but that's always fascinated me. Some more portals for the 5 of Portals. I do think they could have done more with this one. Again, it's just like portals, but it's not really showing like other worlds or other places these portals could be taking you to, which is a shame. And I think they could have played more with the meaning of the card. Like, for example, if it's great for prosperity or something, they could show an abundant land behind. I don't know. Let me know what you think. 3 portals there by the sea. Yeah, I think this could have been done a little bit better, but I still think they're quite cool. 2 portals there. And just 1 big portal for the Ace of Portals. And now we have the Skeptic of Knockers. So this is, I think, supposed to be like the beasts that could come and visit you. We have in the back, we have a man standing here looking very smug, but behind him it looks like there's a Yeti or a Bigfoot behind him. I love that so much. We have an Advocate of Knockers, and this is a guy with a long staff. He looks a bit more of a hippie guy, and there is again a Bigfoot behind him. Is that what knockers means? It must be an American thing, because neither of us have heard of this knockers thing. I'm going to look it up in the book later. Hunter of Knockers is somebody who literally looks like he's on the hunt. He's going to take down somebody. I like that. And then the Fan of Knockers is somebody in a t-shirt, all about them. Bigfoot lover, professional Bigfoot lover. And they've got tattoos and purple hair. They look very, very cool. Then we have 10. This is 10 trees. and there's a Bigfoot standing behind them. 9, there are some trees that have been knocked down. They look like it could be used to make a fire or something. And then the others are standing with a Bigfoot. The 8 of knockers is a Bigfoot running with a staff in his hand. That one's got a lot of action. That one's really cool. The 7 has 7 sticks and 1 is closer. Bigfoot is closer to you. 6 knockers, there's a UFO in the sky and a Bigfoot. I like this one. This one's cool. Can you imagine if they took a Bigfoot by accident instead of a person? It would confuse all their data. Here we have the 5 of knockers, which is 5 of the sticks on the floor and the Bigfoot. The 4 of knockers, you just see the eyes, and then there's 4 sticks and there's 4 UFOs in the top. And I've just noticed we see different moon cycles in the top. I've just noticed that. If you look through, there's different moon cycles. So that is pretty cool. I like that. The 3 of knockers is 3 sticks and the Bigfoot in front. And I think there's 3 UFO lights. Here's 2 knockers. It's a big Bigfoot with 2 sticks and a huge UFO above them. And the ace of knockers, of course, is one with a stick. Very similar to one that was earlier. Let me have a look. It's very similar to the 8. So that's interesting that they've done, like, kind of repeated that. It's an interesting choice. And then we have Hollow Earth. The Hollow Earth theory makes my brain hurt a lot, but I find this sort of stuff fascinating. I really do. Then this is the Men in Black, with 2 Men in Black being zapped up into space by 2 UFOs. That one is so cool. The Anunnaki, we have a priest standing on it looks like a tribal priest warrior in like a blue kind of sari kind of get up. I don't know, it's very hard to describe this. I do always apologise to those of you who have sight issues. I can only apologise. I do my best. Then we have the Flatwoods Monster. That looks terrifying. Yeah. This is a red-faced being with big boggly eyes and looks like they're wearing a dress with a hood up. Terrifying. We have Sirius, and that's a naked woman with blue hair, and she's holding a star, and she has bowls around her and what looks like some kind of portal marker or something behind. The Silver Bridge. That is really cool looking. It's like a bridge, silver bridge with like a hook that you would use to pick items up off a ship. Looks really, really cool. I don't know, some of these, obviously some of these will be urban legends from whatever country this person's from, and I'm assuming it's America. Then we have Nain Rouge, which looks like somebody who's dressed like a captain talking to a Bigfoot or a devil of some kind. Pretty cool. I love the imagery and the artwork's just beautiful. The Loch Ness Monster, of course. I love the Loch Ness Monster. So we see Nessie in the water, and above them are some lights, presumably from UFOs. We have a Wendigo, which is a skeleton with long shaggy hair and antlers. Gorgeous imagery. I love it. Extraction is number 12, and that is somebody upside down being taken up into a UFO. They look to be naked, don't ask me why. The Thunderbird, it looks like a crow or a raven with an infinity sign behind them. That is pretty cool. Love that. The Hoop Snake, and this is a snake that is eating itself. It looks like it's in the desert. There's a load of vultures around the sun and a cactus. That is really cool imagery. Then we have a Yeti. So he's in a snowscape and just walking across. And there's some lights from UFOs as well. Really, really cool. Redemption. This one is beautiful. It's somebody reading a scriptures book and there's like a being above them. That's gorgeous. The Nomo ship. So these are all things that you can look up easily online. Don't fall down too far into the rabbit hole though, guys. I say that because there's a rabbit on this one. But just be careful. This is the puka. And it's somebody who looks like a rabbit, but they've got a human being's body. And there's loads of flowers in front. It's beautiful imagery. Then the jackalope. So this, it has a key in the corner. And it's a like hare with antlers. I love that. The Indrid Cold. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a person in a suit smiling really creepily, and they are red. The person is red. La Llorona. And this looks like somebody who has been possessed or they're dead, like the living dead, and they've got all like blood splatter all over them. So cool. The Bell Witch. And I think this is like, you can go out into the middle of nowhere in America apparently, and there'll just be a bell in the middle of nowhere, and if you ring it, apparently a witch will come and get you. So I'm assuming that's what this is supposed to be, but it's a witch with a raven on her shoulder. Absolutely beautiful. The Remote Viewer is somebody who is... They've got paper in front of them with symbols on, and they've got an infinity sign above them, and they are trying to telepathically read what symbol somebody else is sending to them. And then the last one is the Ghost Stalker, and this one is definitely my favourite. The colouring in this is absolutely beautiful. It's like burgundies and reds and purples, and it's just gorgeous. And it's somebody walking along a river. And it is absolutely beautiful. What incredible imagery. Let me know if you had a favourite card out of all these and what you think of them in the comments. So that is the whole deck. I was really impressed with this. Some of it was a little bit repetitive, some of the cards, and I think as I'm looking at it, like especially the portals, like they could have done so much more with portals, like had a line and had somebody going from one side to another side, and this side's like, I don't know, abundant, or it's giving more of the tarot vibes. It is tarot cards. It is recognisable. Will I reach for this over other tarot decks? Not so sure. However, it is fun. It's a really fun tarot deck, and I'll definitely have a go with doing a reading with this weekend. But yeah, let me know down below. Are you going to get this? Did you pre-order it like me? Is this the first you're hearing about it and you're now extremely excited? Or is this just not your bag at all? I appreciate you watching either way. But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting. And I really enjoyed that, you know, a little bit of Britain was there with the Loch Ness Monster. I thought that was amazing. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I'm kind of mid it with this one. It's kind of there with Labyrinth. A lot of these themed kind of tarot decks you get, and they're not all going to be up there. Like the Buffy tarot deck was just perfection for me, and I do reach for that a lot. But yeah, they can't all be that, can they? But the artwork on this was absolutely beautiful. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I've got this. I think my husband will probably be flicking through the cards later, because he's really, really into conspiracy theories and urban legends and all that kind of thing. We're both really into that. So yeah, I think we'll be maybe doing some tarot together for a change. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave it a cheeky little like. That way I know, and the YouTubeverse will know if you enjoyed this video, and it will get spread out just that little bit more. I really hope as well that if you enjoyed this video, you'll stick around by hitting that subscribe button, ringing that little bell, so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here on Fridays, soon to be Mondays as well. So definitely make sure you are subscribed. Stick around, my lovelies, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, magical week. Bye.